Alright, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honor unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who are well, and he taught us this truth. This is going to be a quick lesson or video, just show whatever, just quickly dealing with this comment here. And Lord willing, it can provide edification to this brother here and other people in a similar situation, at their particular stage in the walk, in this truth. And primarily we're talking about the beginning stages. Now this person here, David Akin Sanya, Salaki for, the difficulty or maybe mispronouncing your name. He had made this comment on a reposted video. Shalom, brother. The Lord has recently pulled me out of the world and I need guidance. Okay. So, he's asking for guidance. So I responded, continue to watch the videos. Now I say continue because, we're under the impression that he must already be doing that, because he's obviously found the pages and that to be watching and commenting on them. Continue watching, okay, to learn more. So continue to watch the videos and pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that they reveal themselves to you more as you watch and learn. And may the Holy Spirit guide you if it be the Father's will, okay? So that's pretty much it, give salutation, shalom back to that brother, man, But that's pretty much the formula, man, okay? Because as the elder apostles and the elder bishops, always make us aware and bring it back to our memory that whilst, brothers, have been in for a little while, a short time in this thing and, are up to speed, so to speak, or, whatever the case may be, there's still people that are coming in freshly on a daily basis, which is a beautiful thing. So, the onus is on us to go back to the basics and break things down for a beginner, starting with the name of the Lord and the rest of the doctrine, because, not everyone's going to be as fast as you may be, and we have to remember that we were once in that position, trying to get to grasp with everything as quickly as possible. Everything's moving fast, but Abba Razah, this brother's sincere, could be of the elect, so it's for brothers who are in the faith to feed the sheep and feed the lambs, which is being done, okay? But he says he needs guidance. Well, you're halfway there in terms of, the guidance comes from the Holy Spirit, which uses the prophets, okay? Starting with the apostles, the elder bishops, the elders, the brothers are now. All right, the Holy Spirit uses these men to guide, okay? Now, whilst there's no set in stone curriculum, if you will, there's an order of best practice, and this is just advice. The order of best practice, for a proselyte. A proselyte is a new believer, someone new to the faith as yourself. Well, this video is for you, and to anyone it may be edifying onto. Abba Razah, this is the guidance. What you need to do, brother, is continue to watch and pray. Okay, pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for guidance. But practically, once you've prayed, you need to put some works behind that. And the works you need to do right now is to diligently watch. I'd suggest getting a notepad if you haven't already. And as you watch the videos, take notes, learn the breakdowns. Or you don't want to do that first, but take notes of whatever is being taught in a particular lesson. You want to watch the elder apostles primarily first, the bishops, elders and brothers, and get to grips with things, but get a notepad. Where it concerns what you want to indulge in first within the Bible, don't be too worried about the majority of the breakdowns. The main prophecy you want to have in your head right now is the mark of the beast, okay? But to navigate and find your way and find your feet in this truth, you want to learn of Yahweh Shai, okay? So, let's see if it's going to come up. Okay, this is the book of Matthew 11:29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. So this is what you want to do. You want to learn of Yahweh Shai, brother. Okay, you want to learn about his birth, his time on earth as the Messiah. Okay, you want to learn, the teachings, the parables. Okay, come to grips with who Yahweh Shai is. The miracles he did, the lessons he taught. Learn of Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's the first and fundamental thing you want to do. You're going to see a lot of videos, on a lot of topics, and I'm not saying don't watch those videos, but, type in things on the YouTube like, GMS Basics or Yahweh Shai's Miracles. And ultimately, the reason why I said there's no set curriculum, because the Spirit will guide, the Holy Spirit will guide. Once you've prayed to the Lord, as I said in the comment, pray unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that they reveal themselves to you more, and as you watch and learn. And may the Holy Spirit guide you, if it be the Father's will. Okay, so you've got to pray, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, reveal yourself unto me. I want to learn. It's not we that choose the Lord, it's the Lord that chooses us, that calls us. I'm reminded of Samuel, and the Lord was calling out, and he kept going to Eli, but the Lord said, the Lord Salakia, he said to him, if you hear the voice again, say, here am I, Lord. So you've kind of have, the Lord is calling out to you. Well, you've got to pretty much say that through your actions. Here am I. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn more about you. I'm ready to dedicate myself to this truth. Reveal yourself to me, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You can actually pray that unto the Lord, that he reveals himself unto you. And alongside your prayers, be diligent with watching the videos. You're probably at a stage where you don't need to be making videos yet. You just need to be learning for now. And then once you know a little bit, then you can teach the little bit that you know. And through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash, he will add on to you with time. The scriptures speak about wisdom trying a man before she fully opens herself unto him. Okay, that's in the Apocrypha. But you need to pray to the Lord and continue to pray, if you already are, and just be diligently watching, man. Okay, but the first thing you want to do is learn of Yahweh Shai. So a good place to start would be, as it's known as the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. And these are, I'll call the brother back. These are records of the same thing. Pretty much, records of the same thing from different takes, but there's different spiritual lessons to learn, from, the viewpoint of Matthew, the viewpoint of Mark, the viewpoint of Luke, John, okay? So you want to start there, and then, the Spirit will guide, but you want to learn of Yahweh Shai first, okay? Learn of Yahweh Shai, his sacrifice, okay? His sacrifice, on the cross, because the key pillar foundation is to learn of Yahweh Shai and his sacrifice and his resurrection. That's the foundation of our faith, to preach Yahweh Shai and him crucified and raised from the grave. Okay, so that's pretty much what you want to do. okay, you know, get familiar with, you know, the pillars in the faith. And when I say familiar, you know, not familiar, but get used to seeing the faces and watching the videos of the pillars in the faith is what I mean. You know, the elder apostles, the elder apostle Tahar, you know, elder apostle Gabar, elder apostle Rakar, elder apostle Ramlab, the CT elder bishops, elders, brothers on down. Keep learning. I don't know what country you're in, but, you know, do that for now. Okay, do that for now. Yeah, do that for now, and then you'll be all right, man. Lord willing, okay. And then you know, the more you watch and the Holy Spirit works with you, you know, then you'll get a conviction in your heart, which is your mind, that you need to be active. You know, if that be the Lord's will for you, you know. If you're called into this truth, you're required to be active. So then you'll get a conviction to become active, and then you reach out to a camp via the YouTube, I guess, on the comment board, you know, let them know where you are. I don't know where you're based, you know, but you find your nearest camp, you know, and ask to come down. And it may not happen straight away, you know, but if the Spirit wills eventually, you know, check in with the brothers and stuff, the elders of your region, you know, the brothers. And yeah, you know, you'll be in the audience for some time, and it could be the Father's will that you enter into the camp, you know, but that's a little bit later on down the line. Right now, you just need to keep watching the videos and learn off Yahweh Shai. And then when your foundations are built, you build upon it. Just like a building, you know, you dig into the ground, you lay the foundations, and then you keep it going from there. And the Holy Spirit will guide, and you'll learn more. And Lord willing, abound in faith and grace, man. But pretty much that's it, man. You know, so that's the guidance, you know, we can give. Learn off your Yahweh Shai. Keep watching, you know, the apostles, you know, and you know, you want to focus on the basics. And if the Spirit is working with you, then you'll grow in grace, as we all are trying to continue to do. You know, there's a few precepts I could go to, but I don't want to make it too long. It's a quick video just to give you a gist and guidance, you know, in the right direction. Shalom.